All right, I'm normally pretty skeptical about this buzzword AI. I think it gets thrown around a lot and it gets swept up in this whirlwind of tech speak. And a lot of AI ventures don't usually seem to care that much about little things like ethics, morals, copyright laws. So when I see AI tools crossing into my experience as a music producer, I have plenty of reasons to be hesitant. But what I've actually found is a lot more promising than I originally thought, and here's why. So I recently spent 3 hours live on Twitch. You should go follow me on Twitch, by the way, where I put together a bunch of ethically developed music tools to make a complete track entirely using AI-generated materials combined with my own arrangement and mixing skills. Everything from drums, percussion, and effects to instrument samples, bass lines, and more came from these AI tools, with the creative flow and production process being done by me. But before we get into that, I know this is cliche, but be sure to subscribe and like this video so you don't miss more music content on the channel. So let's get right into it. We're going to be taking a look at a few tools and sort of talking about the ethics of, the training data. The thing with incorporating AI is, in my opinion, it's never really going to replace the human element, the expressiveness. The creative side, that intuitiveness, is kind of a human thing. The AI tools that we have so far are a little bit in that uncanny valley area of they can make chord progressions, but they're not really composition. You know what I mean? They didn't compose it. So the first thing is MusicLM. So MusicLM is this Google thing, and it's basically just like a full music generator. So it'll just generate a full thing. I mean, it's text to music, so you just feed it a prompt and it'll generate. So I'm going to use this for sort of like an initial inspiration, and then we're going to try out some of these other ones. So we're going to go over to this plugin called Emergent Drums. So Emergent Drums is basically a drum rack. It works entirely on device. It generates new samples. So I think this is really cool because there are always times where you want to search for samples, right? You want a specific kind of sound, but you just press randomize and it generates a sample in the category that you want. And I think that's just a more interesting way of going about it. And they're all basically just real-time generated on the fly, which is pretty cool. For me, it's always not having the right tonality on snares when looking for samples. Yeah, so that's an interesting feature in this Emergent Drums where you can actually change the tonality and the tonal center. So we'll cover that in a second. So going from there into Soundry.AI, and this one is really cool because they're basically pursuing a licensing format for AI training data, which I think is the way to go because it's basically how artists will sell on Splice and then get royalties when those sell. And I think if you're going to charge for AI generation, a portion of those proceeds should go towards the training data providers. Basically, it's text to sample generation. So you can ask it for a kick drum. You can ask it for drums of any kind. You can ask it deep house bass or the rising super you can just ask it for something and it'll make it. They actually dropped a new algorithm, and this will be my first time checking it out. Apparently it's more accurate. Hey, future me here. So Soundry.AI is actually sponsoring this video, which is super cool. Big shout out to the team there. I know they've made a ton of improvements to the model and expanded to new genres since I recorded this, and they've also curated a free sample pack using content from their platform. So definitely be sure to check that out at the link in the description. And thanks again to Soundry.AI. Let's just start. Let's do, I don't know, modern dark synth pop with gritty bass chops, 128 BPM, A minor. Let's see this. Let's see track 2. Honestly, neither of these are really what I was thinking. I think the dark probably tripped it up. Let me try modern bright with gritty bass. Yeah, let's try this. Modern bright synth pop with. Okay, this is a good start. Okay, I'm gonna download both. Okay, let's bring in Emergent Drums. So we're gonna create some drums here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't love the kick. Oh, that's a pretty gritty kick. Let me try random, creamy. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's bring in those samples from MusicLM. Let's just do up an octave. Okay, we can definitely sample that. Let's do LFO tool and we'll just do it like that. I wonder if I just chop out every other beat, if I can get something that sounds pretty good without the kick. Okay, I think that's an interesting start. So let's just start with that. And then, yeah, we'll go over to Soundry.AI here. Let's try like mellow electro house bass one shot diversity because I want to hear a pretty good amount. So yeah, you literally just feed it words, whatever. Yeah, let's see what we get here. Okay, I'm gonna download that, but that's not really quite what I'm looking for. Let me try like plucked saw bass house. Let's try that. I mean, that's sort of, I'm gonna bring that in and see if we can like resample it. I think if we do like kind of a filter envelope here, so let's do mod X, turn up the amount. I wonder if I just put it into like this plugin called Thermal is really cool. Oh my god. I'm gonna try a different kick here. Oh, you know what? I can do an imported one. I forgot. Let's feed this one in. Let's do a little bit similar. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna drag that in actually. Okay, so another thing I'm gonna use the Soundry.AI for is I'm gonna see if it can do like a hi-hat loop. So let's do like 16th note, house, hi-hat, loop, BPM, let's do 128, and let's try that. Let's see what we get. Okay, that's sort of cool. Okay, I'm gonna download a bunch of these. I think these are all good. Okay, now let's try this with like a clap or something. Oh, I kind of like that. Let's do similar. That's pretty good. I'm gonna bring that in. Yeah, I don't love this bass. I'm gonna try a different bass. Let's try something else here. Plucked bass, deep house. Let's do a loop actually. Let's see if we can get something interesting. A minor, 128. Because I think if I do it as a loop, maybe it'll generate like more interesting sounds and I can sort of pick the ones that I like. Oh, that's really cool actually. I'm gonna download that. Oh, that's good. I like that. That one's a little weird. That one's also cool. I think I really like the first two. Okay, now we head back. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Crash, cymbal, down, sweep, house, effect. I mean, that, I guess, I'm gonna need to tame that a lot because that is like super annoying. I think if I just like watch this in reverb. Okay, that's not that bad. Yeah, I was talking about like the sort of ethics of AI and how normally I'm kind of like, AI is weird, whatever. But then I found these tools that are actually like really interesting and totally like self-contained. They don't like crawl the internet. They don't like steal stuff from people for their training data. So once I found out about those, I was really interested in that. 16th note, percussion, fill, house. That one's all right. That one's cool. That one's cool, but that's not really like a fill, but I'm just gonna download all of these three. Okay, we are cooking. I think we can pair these together a little bit. So let's do like sweep, up, reverse, cymbal. I kind of like that one. I think I can bring it in here. Saw, synth, pitch, riser. Let's see how that works. That one's cool. And this one I could do something with. Wait, what if I put it into here? For now, I think I want to focus on this and sort of do some cool stuff with it. Okay, this is actually coming along really well. I was not expecting it to sound this good by now. There, we made a whole track using AI, and it only took a little under 3 hours. So yeah, let's give it a listen in a new project. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I don't know.